Off-white denim on, cost me a lot.
What's going on YouTube? If you're new to the channel, my name is Ty, and this is Shoes and Soul. Today, we're actually not going to be reviewing any shoes, more so talking about shoes releasing throughout the year. It is 2019, which means a new year, which means new shoes, new silhouettes. What can I say? Just more sneakers, shoes. We got a lot of good shoes that are releasing this year. Top 10 highly anticipated sneakers of the year. I'm going to try to leave my bias out of the top 10. Of course, it's going to go into effect a little bit. I'm going to try to implement shoes into the top 10 that I know that other people or a lot of the mass is talking about. Like a lot of people are wanting to get their hands on, or a shoe that has sparked the culture to react in a certain way, to gravitate towards that shoe. So it will be included in the list. I may not like it, I may like it, but pretty much most of the list that's composed of, I do love the shoes that are up there. Let's jump right into it. First off, before we get started with the top 10 list, let's go into a honorable mention. A lot of these shoes I haven't really heard people talk about. Some of the honorable mentions are shoes that I haven't really heard of people speak of either. So going into the honorable mention list, at number 1, we're gonna go with the Nike Lab times Sockeye Blazers. Everything about this shoe I love. I love the double tongue, pretty much double of everything. Double midsole, double tongue, double laces. I really do plan on picking up that shoe. I like everything about it, the aesthetics of the shoe. This goes into when I was saying in one of my previous videos on the off-whites, how Virgil has a lot of people thinking outside the box. Like, who would have thought of that? Who would have thought of that? 2 of everything just makes things better. And going into the next shoe, I'm gonna go with I left it out the top 10 list. I really wanted to leave it in there, but I'm gonna go with the Nike React Element 87. This shoe debuted last year, and I think it had a huge impact on the sneaker culture. Mainly because I don't actually own a pair, and I do plan on picking a pair up this year. Especially, I think the release is coming out in like a week, so I definitely plan on copping a pair. But I really think this shoe shifted and put Nike in a different realm when it came to talking about comfortability of a shoe. Because a lot of people beforehand, all you heard was boost, 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 you know, with the Ultra Boost coming out. So as I've heard, and a lot of people say that the Nike React Element 87 is like that boost material. So I'm excited to get that shoe and excited to see what it's about. Going into number 3, the Ultra Boost Game of Thrones edition. I do plan on picking up this shoe mainly because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. I believe that's my #1 favorite show. Game of Thrones is, if you haven't watched it, you need to check it out. The last season comes out April, so you got plenty of time to catch up on all the seasons, so I'm giving you a head start. But they have 3, I've seen 3 colorways that's supposed to come out. You have the House Targaryen, the Night's Watch, and the White Walkers. And I plan on, I'm not gonna lie, getting all 3 just because of the meaning behind the shoes and what it signifies. Like Game of Thrones, like I said, that's my favorite show, so definitely plan on getting all 3 of those if I can. If I can get just the Night Watch pair and the House Targaryen, I'll be good. And then going into number 4, we have the Sean Witherspoon 2.0 edition. It hasn't been confirmed yet, so that's kind of why I left it out the top 10. Sean Witherspoon is the owner of Round 2, and he did the Air Max 97/1 last year in the corduroy. That was just amazing. Definitely missed out on that shoe. So if it's true, definitely plan on picking up that pair, especially if I can get it for retail. Going into number 5, we have the Air Jordan 3 Tinker. I'm not really a huge fan of this shoe. That's why I left it out my top 10. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bias in there. I know a lot of people are placing it in their top 10. I'm really not a huge fan of it. I would just rather settle for the Air Jordan 3 Black Cements. So let's jump right into this top 10 list, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to leave my bias out of it a little bit. It's gonna play effect in it, I already know. Number 10 is the Nike Air Fear of God 1. The reason I place this at number 10 is because the 2 colorways did drop not even a month ago. And they're supposed to be re-releasing. I do plan on picking up that light bone colorway. If I can't get my hands on that colorway, then I'm just not gonna get any pair. But it is rumored that a lot of other colorways are coming out. There have been leaked images. I know there was an all yellow pair. There was a gray pair with the cage part where it was like translucent, but it was a green and like a peach colorway, peachy pink. So the hype is there. It's a new silhouette, so people are going to try to purchase it. When hype is up, people are just going to buy shoes. So that's why I have that one at number 10. Going into number 9, we have the Air Max 720. And the reason I placed the Air Max 720 in the list is because how well the Air Max 270 did. Even though they saturated the market with an enormous amount of colorways, a lot of people did like that shoe and they did talk about it. It's easy access, so not only that, it's a new shoe, new design, so that's why people are going to eat it up. Going into number 8, Off-White Air Max 90 / the Off-White AF1 in the blue colorway. The reason why I have this shoe on so high up is because, as you all know, hopefully if you don't, you've got to get informed that Virgil is ending the 10 collection. So this seems to be the last few releases that are coming out. I do actually like the Air Max 90s, and I also do like the blue AF1s, so I do plan on getting those pairs. The Air Max 90s, I do want to get the tan colorway. Going into number 7, we have the Nike Air. I don't even know how to remember how to say that shit. Going into number 7, I can't even remember how to say this off the top of my head, so I'm just going to have my phone out. It's going to be the Nike Self-Lacing Hyper Adapt basketball shoe. Y'all may think I'm slow for that, but I tried to say it a couple times and it didn't go well. So going into number 7, we do have that shoe. It's a self-lacing shoe. Come on, man. I shouldn't even say more about it. And going into number 6 is the Air Jordan 6 Infrared. If these shoes have that pink going on in the midsole, I do not want them. I do not want them. But, and I also heard they're supposed to have the Nike Air on the back. I think this is like the year that Jordan brand is bringing Nike Air on the back of a lot of shoes. Which they're going to have a big year. They have a lot of colorways, a lot of shoes dropping, re-releases, retros. I pray and hope that the Chicago ones, I need those. Please, Jordan brand, if you're listening to this, I probably know you're not. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but if you just so happen to stumble across this video, I need the Air Jordan 1 Chicago's. But back into it, the infrared 6s. They're supposed to have the Nike Air on the back. I hope that they have the actual varsity red color, not that pink infrared color. I don't want them. I do not want them. If they have those, cancel it. I might as well just throw it out my top 10. But even if it does have that color, people are still gonna eat it up. It's an Air Jordan. It has a Nike Air on the back. Why not? Going into number 5, we're almost there, halfway, is the Air Jordan 4 Bread. Now this one I do plan on picking up. It does have the Nike Air on the back. I mean, look at it, man. It doesn't get no better than that. Like that silhouette, that suede up there with the red, the black, the gray combination. I remember when they released, I think, do not get mad at me on this, I believe they released in 2012, and I didn't get my hands on a pair. So I do plan on picking up a pair this year, especially with that Nike Air on the back. It's a classic, can't go wrong with it. OG all day. Going into number 4, man. Number 4. I don't see how anyone did not place this shoe in their top 10. This shoe, I believe, will be one of the most highly sought after shoes of the year. And I know if I don't get a pair, I'm gonna be mad. That's how strongly I feel about this shoe. Number 4 is the Air Jordan 1 Shatter Backboard 3.0. Yes, we're at the 3.0 with this shoe. The 1.0s are amazing. 2.0s are okay. I would definitely get a pair. Not for resale. For retail, I would. But the 3.0s, I think, is the best one yet, especially from the pictures I've seen leaked. I believe this shoe it takes the icing on the cake, so I have to put it in the top 10, man. Like the way the resale on the 1.0 should tell you alone how sought after this shoe is going to be. Resale on that shoe is going for like $800. That should be enough right there. This shoe, everyone's going to get. I believe I know it's going to sell out. All right, and we're getting down to the wire here. We're at the top 3. The top 3, man. Number 3. I do not plan on getting a pair, but these pictures have been surfacing for so long, and it's Kanye, so people are going to get the shoe. Is the Adidas Yeezy basketball shoe. I don't know if it's the reflective panels on the shoe, or if it's the Yeezy, if it's Adidas, or people just looking for a new Adidas basketball shoe to get tired of wearing the Dames and the Hardens. I was about to say D Rose, but I don't even think he makes shoes no more. After the year he's having, they should reconsider. But yeah, I don't really plan on picking up the shoe, but I know the hype is going to be there. There's been pictures surfacing for so long that people are just waiting on it. I already know PJ Tucker is probably going to have a pair. No, PJ Tucker will have a pair. There's no problem with it. He's going to wear them. So that's that. That's number 3. Like I said, it's so high up on the list just for those reasons alone. Down to the wire. We're really down to the wire now. Number 2 is the Air Jordan Bred 11.
Yeah! Yeah! Gotta give wife some of them.
Yeah, my brother wanted a pair. We all gonna get pairs of them. I camped out for that shoe actually. I sold them to my boy Jalen. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't into. This is when I started getting out of the Jordan phase because I really didn't like the colorways they were coming out with. I don't really think they put time and effort into the releases that were coming out. So I was just kind of over the whole Jordan phase. I just started selling them right and left. The only ones I kept were my ones. Can't never go wrong with ones. Ones are my favorite shoe of all time. So he asked me one day, his got messed up, he started playing ball in them. He was like, and I only wore mine like 5 times. He was like, you know you want to sell me them? I was like, okay. So I just sold them to him. But I'm going to go after this shoe. It's going to sell out. It's more likely going to come around Christmas time, like every Air Jordan 11 does. And they're going to sell out. It's a bread colorway. It's an Air Jordan 11. The patent leather. That should say enough in itself. They're going to sell out. And once again, Jalen, if I don't get a pair, I need mine back, bro. You can hit me with resale. Not. And the number 1. We are at number 1 now, people. Number 1. And I believe that this shoe is the most highly anticipated sneaker of the year. Wholeheartedly. Yeah, my brother, what y'all think it is? What's your number 1? Before I say what the number 1 is, drop a comment below on what the number 1 highly anticipated sneaker is of the year. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that was, but let's get right into it. Hold on, let me rewind. Because a lot of people have this shoe as like top 3, top 5, scratching the surface, you know, in that top 5, top 3 area. I believe it's number 1. I really, really, really want this shoe. If I don't get a pair, I probably will pay resale for it. I'm not even gonna lie. And I just don't see like this shoe, like the hype around it. All right, let's just get into it. The number 1 highly anticipated sneaker of the year is the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott. It has to be. The reverse check on the lateral side of the shoe. Come on, man. Look at it. Look at it. That's not number 1. What do you think? What do you think number 1 is? Please drop a comment below. That I want to know. So I said I believe that shoe is probably gonna be hard to get, which I hopefully it's not. I do want a pair. I gotta get a pair. Please for resale. I mean retail. I'm sorry. Please for retail. I said resale. No. So yeah, man, that is the top 10. My top 10 highly anticipated sneakers of the year. It could change because you know there's shoes that haven't been revealed yet that just magically just get a release date throughout the year and they start surfacing pictures of them. So that possibly could change, but as of right now, starting off the year, that is the top 10 highly anticipated sneakers of the year. Please drop a comment below. Let me know what your top 10 is, top 5, what your number 1 is. What's that one shoe so far that you're like, I have to get it this year? Kind of like I'll pay resale for it. Like you just heard me, mine is the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott. I have to get my hands on a pair. So I'll be interested to see everyone drop a comment below, like I said, on what it is that you're looking for. What's that one shoe that you know, like this year I have to get. Once again, I appreciate you all for watching, man, the support. Thank you all so much. As always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, just share the video, because a lot of people are probably going to want to know what that top 10 is. But that's all I got for y'all. We out. Yeah, that was smooth right there.
Nigga stop. Yeah, I put up on blue now in that drop. Yeah, I got with a D. Yeah.